So let's say the next batter, the fourth batter on the red team comes up, and he would be called what's called the cleanup hitter, and he's usually one of the best hitters in the lineup because you would want your runners, your early hitters to have the chance to get on base, and then this guy, he's going to be a good hitter, and so the team will want him to be able to hit them home and score a run. So let's say that he hits a long fly ball out into right field, and the right fielder catches the ball, and because these runners, they know it's pretty obvious because the ball was hit so high that the right fielder would catch it, so they're going to wait on the base, because remember, as soon as he catches it, they have to go back to the base, but as soon as he catches it, then they can run and try to advance to the next base. So they're going to do something called tagging up. And what tagging up is after, as soon as the split second the right fielder catches the ball, they're going to be waiting on the base, and they're going to try to run to the next base. And so they aren't forced. It's no longer a force out at the base that they were on, because they waited until the ball was caught. And so this runner over here, he's going to tag up, and he's going to run home, and this guy, he's going to run to third base. And so it's their option. They don't have to do this if they don't want to, because the thing that they have to be careful of is that the right fielder, if he has a good enough arm, he can actually catch the ball as soon as he catches it, and they'll be tagging up and running home, and at the same time he can throw the ball the whole way back in to the catcher, and the catcher will be standing at home plate. And what the catcher is going to do is he's going to catch the ball from the right fielder, and he's going to try to tag out the runner, because remember, anytime the runner is not on a base and the defense tags him out, or touches him with the ball, should be tagging him out, then he would also be out. But let's say this ball was deep enough that the right fielder, he didn't have a strong enough arm to throw it back in. So in that case, then this is what we would get. So the red team, because their man tagged up from third, and he touched home plate before the ball got there, so he would have touched home plate and he would have scored the first run. So now the red team is winning 1-0. And also on the play, because the right fielder caught the ball in the air, it was another out. So now there are 2 outs. And then this base runner here, he's the guy who was on second base for the last play, and he tagged up and he ran to third base. So now he's on third base, and the fifth hitter for the red team is going to come up. So let's say the fifth hitter steps into the batter's box, and he takes the first pitch, which, if you take a pitch, that just means you don't swing at it. And so let's say he took the pitch, but it was in the strike zone, so the umpire calls out strike 1, and so then it would be 0-1 then, because we would have 0 balls and 1 strike. And so let's say he takes the next pitch, because it's way outside, and so to say that the ball is outside would mean that it's out. It's on the opposite side of the plate as the batter. So down home plate, if it's over home plate, we would say that's down the middle. If it's outside, that would be out here. If it's on the outside corner, that would mean that it's on the or on the corner or on the black. Sometimes they would say, because the home plate as it's drawn there is actually kind of outlined in black, so that's right on the edge. So if it's on the black, that would be actually be a strike, because it's over home plate, so it's on, if it's at the right height, it would be a strike. So that's something that pitchers try to do, or to throw a ball on the black, or to paint the corner, as they sometimes say. There's all kind of different terms that are used to describe it. So that's something the pitcher's trying to do, because if it's just a few inches to the off the plate, then it's going to be a ball. But if it's right over the edge, then the batter might not risk swinging, and it's going to be a strike. But for this one, let's say it's outside, so it comes out here. So that would be a ball. And so then the count would go to 1-1. Oops. It would be 1-1. And so let's say, just to and so let's say after that the pitcher throws a pitch, and it goes right down the middle, and it's right down the middle of the plate, and the batter hits it, and it goes way out here, and it lands outside, out in the seats. Remember, these are the seats out here with all the people, the fans watching it, and they'll try. You'll see a lot of times that the fans will try to catch the ball, because remember what this is. If the ball goes over the fence on the fly, it would be a home run. And so this is kind of, this is really what the batter wants to do. This is like this is as good as it kind of gets for the batter. And so what that means is that the batter, he gets to run the whole way around and touch first, second, third, and at the same time, this base runner is running home. So, and the batter will follow him, and he'll touch first, second, third, home, and he'll step on the plate. So this runner, he'll score, and the batter, he can run the whole way around the bases, and he scores, and there's no way that the defensive team can put him out. And so that's a home run. And so what would the home run do? It means that since the base runner on third scored and the batter scored, that's 2 more runs. So because they already had 1, they would add 2 more, so it's 3-0, and the red team is winning, and so there's still 2 outs. And so then the next batter for the red team, he would come up to bat. And let's say he hits a ground ball, and it rolls over here to the shortstop. The shortstop runs up, he picks up the ball, and he throws it over to the first baseman, and the first baseman's standing on first base. And remember that at the same time, this batter, he's going to be running down trying to get to first base before the ball. Now, let's say in this situation the ball beats him, and so he would be out. That would be the 3rd out in the inning. And so then the teams would switch sides, and the red team, they would become the defensive team, and the blue team, they would start at the top of their lineup with their leadoff man, and the process would then repeat itself until there are 3 more outs. And after the blue team gets 3 outs, then that would be the end of the first inning. And after that, then they would just repeat that process 8 more times. And so that would be a total of 9 innings, and whoever has the most runs at the end of the game, at the end of the 9 innings, they would be the winner of the game.